the vehicles, does that, you have a policy that says only the officers or deputies use those vehicles, or do the spouses and children or whatever use those vehicles? I'm not suggesting otherwise, but I'm just curious about that point, as well as if they go out of county, if you know which ones go out of county. You mentioned El Paso because they go down to get prisoners or whatever. I think that's great, but you've given a lot of information. I really appreciate it, but it kind of stimulated more questions. So possibly, like Ms. Chick, I'll follow back up with Troy and or Rory with some of my questions. Thank you.
Can I answer that question real quick?
Sure.
Quick. We do have a policy on it for take-home vehicles. Spouses aren't allowed to take it to the grocery store, and kids aren't allowed to joyride with it. So it's for police use, and we do know who has vehicles outside the county, and they respond as needed to different things. If it's outside the county, they go to meetings and so forth, but they usually call it. Okay.
Rory, I assume we don't have kids grading roads either.
Sorry?
We don't have kids grading roads.
I'm not writing.
We have some young men grading roads, but I would classify as kids, but not minors.
Mine would put the dog in my grader in a heartbeat with
All right, I think we don't think that, again, with the multiple vehicles, some of these people, especially in Logan Bridge and the sheriff's office, one day they're driving a specialty vehicle and another day they're driving a police car or so some of these things are situation related.
Okay. All right, on to action items. Okay. We have first up, March 28th minutes.
I move that we accept the minutes as presented and dispense with the reading.
I second that motion.
Do you have any comments on the minutes? Okay. The motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
On to the next one.
Oh, this is really a hard one for me. We're going to authorize it. I move that we authorize the county manager to set the annual holiday schedule.
I would second with a comment to pass on to our county manager that elk season is not a holiday.
Noted.
Comments on this? The motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now can we move into the motion to move into the public hearing?
I move that we open public hearing for the consideration of an application for a special events permit for the Elizabeth Rodeo Association Community Rodeo.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, special event permit. This is rodeo. I think that comes from.
Morning, Commissioners. Dallas Schroeder, Upper County Clerk and Recorder. This special event permit is for the Elizabeth Rodeo Association. It is a repeat of an event that occurred last year. The event has been posted appropriately. We've received no comment on the event. No violations have been reported to us from the Department of Revenue. And this is scheduled to take place in May. So we do need to act on it so we can get the license back from the state.
So.
Yeah.
Comment on it, but,
You want a motion first? Or you want
well, let's do the motion first now.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the special event permit for Elizabeth Rodeo Association.
Second.
Okay, do we have any public comment on that? Special event permit. So, it's going to be a motion and second.
Not on the liquor license, but just the event. If folks haven't been to this, I'd encourage them to. The actual Stampede Association had actually considered moving this community rodeo further from the date of the Stampede because they felt it was so well attended it might be cutting into Stampede attendance. It truly is remarkable the the talent of the young riders and the folks we have in this community. So if you have that time available to you, I'd encourage you to go out.
Got a motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. And you got a public hearing.
Move we close public hearing.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. On the board planning.
Okay, Commissioner, so far on the docket, we have April 25th, 2018 minutes, April 11th, 2018 minutes, another public hearing for a special event permit for the Elbert Town Committee, following up on the right-of-way franchise agreement, update on the CDS pipeline will be there, the continuation of some of the discussion items today on the archiving or records retention policy will be there. We also received late last night application for renewal of the high-test liquor down in Elbert, and I understand there was a couple more things discussed this morning that I'm not privy to at this moment.
Just, because we've only been at this for a year and a half, is for high-test liquor, are those annual renewals or?
Yeah, all the stores and retail stores have to go through an annual application fee. Generally, it's just whatever. If there are any violations, I'm notified of that from the Department of Revenue, which I would then pass on to you at that time. But it's pretty much just a standard way for the state to collect money.
Do we get any of it?
We get a little bit, but not much. We also have two land use hearings, the REA Eastern Reliability Upgrade 1041 Permit and Special Use Review, and the Burmaster Second Resident Special Use Review on tap for May 9th.
I believe you picked up a couple additional ones here, Mike.
Right. So two to add to that would be the Elbert County regulatory update to include an EDZ update on process 2, 3, and 4. And then one more will be the Sheriff's Model Code update. That's all I picked up.
All right, and this isn't really for the next meeting, but if we, just a calendar event coming up. We did our quarterly town halls last week in Sun Country and the town of Elizabeth. We were looking at the 18th and 19th of July for the next ones, but we did have the location confirmed for the 18th. It'll be in the town of Elbert at the Mercantile Building. And we're looking at Fire Station 1 up on 186 for the 19th. Get that out early.
Anything else? No, I think, isn't the essay contest for the high schoolers, isn't that tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. I think that was something that's always been good for the
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, just,
And then the library is having a fundraiser, I think, on Saturday.
Okay. Got everything. There's no land use hearings this afternoon, so I think we're done. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Okay.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, folks.
Fire station.